good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope you're well since I last saw you a couple of weeks ago. So welcome to my little show. It's Midweek Mediumship, as you know, and I'm your host, David, and you probably know that already. So this evening, as usual, get your comments in. Let us know that you're here. Also, like and share the stream if you can, as well as sharing SPTV in general. And don't forget, SPTV is also a free platform. So we ask that you don't send stars through Facebook because we don't use them. All we need is yourself and your comments and your good energy for this evening. As you can probably hear as well, my voice, I am a little bit bunged up. So send those positive vibes as well for me. But yeah, as always, midweek mediumship is bringing through your spirit people. So it's that mediumship connection. So just come in with an open heart and open mind, and we'll see what happens this evening. But yeah, do get your comments coming in. And also this evening at 8 p.m, we have Heidi K. Cook doing her crystal. Oh, it's a change of the schedule. Oh, is there? Okay. Uh, Okay, so I was Stace Shaw, is that right, isn't it, Richard? 8 p.m. Okay, so 8 p.m. So slight change of schedule there. So Stace Shaw will be here at 8 p.m. this evening as well. So as usual on a Wednesday every couple of weeks, you've got a full evening of entertainment. So do stay with us. So again, if you could like and share, that would be absolutely fabulous. So let us know that you're there. Let us know that you're watching. Get your comments in, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you are watching from. Do start saying hello and we'll get some hellos out to you lovely people. So the first one I've got Jennifer Bowman Chowdhury from Michigan. I'm watching on Facebook there. Welcome to you, Jennifer. Nice to see you here. And Jurga from Lithuania. Very nice. We're so international, Richard. What can I say? It's me. Got Tara Bradshaw watching on Facebook there as well. Hello, Tara. Charlotte from Facebook as well. Welcome, Charlotte. Who else have we got? Oh, Stace. Hello, Stace. So we'll be seeing Stace later. So do join Stace at 8 p.m. this evening here on SPTV. Hello, Stace. We've got Patricia Rivera as well watching on Facebook. Hello, Patricia. Tainita, hello to you watching on YouTube there. We've got Love and Light, hello to you watching on YouTube. Debbie, my beautiful Debbie, hello Debbie, watching from Washington through Facebook there. Hello Debbie. Let's see who else we've got coming in. Oh, Zoe, there's our Zoe as well. Hello Zoe, watching there on Facebook. We've got Sue, hello to you, watching on YouTube, and June as well. Hello June, watching on YouTube there. Oh, Eva, hello Eva, hello darling. She is Eva, yeah, from Sweden. Watching through Facebook. Do a couple more, then we will get on with it. Jackie Green, hello Jackie, watching on Facebook. And Facebook is working correctly as well, people, so that's great. Elizabeth Jones watching through Facebook as well. Hello to you. And Rachel is from Texas, so we're all over the place. Fabulous. We love that. We like to see where people are watching from. So wherever you're watching from this evening, thank you very much. We do appreciate it, and I appreciate you joining my little show here as well. So obviously keep your comments coming in, but we are going to get on with this evening. So I've already got a couple of spirit people wanting to have a conversation. So I'll get on with it. So many of you will hopefully be aware of how I work and what I do. So again, I work mediumistically, so that is connecting to your loved ones in the spirit world. As always, I'm very honest with my mediumship. I say what I hear, see, and feel, and I don't tend to filter things, right? Obviously, to a point, but I'm just a mouthpiece for spirit. If they want to give something, I'm going to give it. I'm very, as people know, very random, and I do give random pieces of information, but we like that because they're specific things. Those things that there's no on earth I could just make up out of nowhere. So I do get random things coming in, but that's just how spirit work with me. And also work with humor as well, okay? Because it's not that serious. I will say spirit want us to have a laugh. They want you to have a laugh. They want me to have a laugh. So yeah, it just raises vibrations as well. And Robbie's liking the modern YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, Robbie. So do we. It helps. Right. So sometimes I know if I see a comment, I might be drawn to a certain person. Sometimes I'm simply not, and that's just it. That's spirit work with me. But I've got a couple of spirit people who I think are separate, who have jumped in already before I've even said anything. But I don't know who I'm going to. So if I put something out there, people, and you understand everything what I'm saying, or at least the majority of things that I'm saying, then please do comment. If you can only take a couple of bits out of 10, then it's probably not going to be for you. All right. So yeah, just bear that in mind when giving this information, that you really understand the information that is coming in, because it makes Richard's life easier and my life easier as well. So I try not to spend too long fishing like through the comment. I'd rather go, right, I've got this person, if you can understand it, take it, and if I'm going to you, if I feel drawn there, then that's how I'm going to work with you. Right. Oh, thank you, Cindy. You're truly astounding. I thank you for the comment. I try, but thank you very much. That's a nice compliment. Hello, Kate, as well. Right. So again, do keep your comments coming in, but I am going to start working here, people. So listen up. Right. Okay, love. Okay, right. So I know I've got a female stepping forward from spirit, and she was a grandmother, but I'm not going to call her grandma. I want to call her nanny. Yeah, nanny, not grandma, grandmother. This is nanny, I've got to say. Now, this lady, as you remember her, you as a child, she would always give you, she'd always have a packet or a tin of chocolate chip cookies. There's not just any old cookies, any old biscuits. These are chocolate chip cookies. I'm seeing them in a red foil packet. So that draws my mind to, I can't remember the brand, but it doesn't really matter. But it's a chocolate chip cookies that I'm giving. Now, this lady, she was a short lady. She would have had her hair short. It would have been darker in her younger years, meaning I don't see a blonde or light-haired female. Relatively small as well. I haven't got a big lady. I feel relatively small, quite petite lady that I've got. A really lovely lady. She's got such a nice energy about her. She seems quite fun. She's smiling at me. She doesn't come across to me as being very strict. She just seems like a really nice lady. She loved Maryland. Thank you, Julie. They're the ones in the red packet. It's those cookies that she's given. She loved the grandchildren, and I just keep seeing her give this very small girl. So I know I'm coming to a female here. I'm giving this very small girl, who I feel is you, giving you a chocolate chip. She's adamant about them. I don't know why, but she's adamant about giving these chocolate chip cookies to you. What else is she? Now, for whatever reason, she's showing me the color red. Now, I would say that yes, she is quite a down-to-earth lady, which I believe she is. But I do feel that either red is her favorite color, or because basically what I'm seeing is she's got a red cardigan on. That's what she's wearing. And so but I do feel that red is symbolic for her. So I feel it might be one of her favorite colors, if I've interpreted that correctly. But that seems to be important. Say it to me again. Okay. There's a link to a name like Janice or Janet. Is that kind of name that's been put in my mind as well? Right, Elizabeth Jones, I am seeing your comment there. Right, Elizabeth, bear with me a second. All right, I'll say it. All right. So Elizabeth, if I'm with you, I've just asked her to give me a confirmation of something, and she just said to me, "Can I mention April?" So the month of April being important, a birthday, passing, or anniversary, Elizabeth. So would you understand that as well? It does feel right to me. Let me see if you give me something else to work with. And the what? Who for? The oh, the medicine. I don't know what you mean by that. The medicine. I feel like she's and she's giving me a cough. Right. And she's just talking about the medicine. And what I feel like she's just showing me is, remember as a kid, you used to have like cowpea or some kind of cough mixture or something, and you had the little white spoons. It's not a metal spoon she's showing me, a little white spoon, and I've got to and I've put the medicine, that's pink medicine, on the spoon, and I'm giving it to you. And okay, thank you. And I feel like you spent a lot of time with Nanny. She looked after you quite a lot, whether it's because parents are at work or whatever, but I feel like you spent a lot of time with her, and I feel like she would give you medicine, right? That's what I'm feeling. But I do feel you would have spent a lot of time with this, not just seeing her once every couple of weeks. I feel that it's more often than that. Okay. I'm Paul to Elizabeth Jones. So Richard, I'm going to work with Elizabeth there. So Elizabeth, I'm going to work with you. I know you're not sure about April, but I don't care. Hold it, because it's very clear. And look, it's very clear. She shouted at me and she said April. So I'm not changing it because that's what she says. So Elizabeth, keep hold of it. It might come back to you. But anyhow, I'm going to carry on working with you. So Elizabeth, you would understand this is your nan. Just confirm that it is, and you understand the description of your nan as well. What can yes, I got my nanny's name. Okay, right, that's fine. What are you trying to say, my love? She doesn't feel too. She keeps saying to me about being straightforward. But I feel that's more you being, because I don't feel this lady was so straight. She doesn't seem very direct. She seems like a really nice lady, and I don't feel that she would what's the word? What am I trying to say? So I lose my logical brain when I'm doing this work. She's not, that's it. She's not confrontational. That's no. Some people are more direct and they don't mind confrontation. This lady doesn't. Is in my feeling here, right? She doesn't like confrontation, but she's talking about being straightforward. But I feel it's more to do with you, or telling you to be more straightforward. Oh, April's is her birthday. Is that what you're saying, Elizabeth? Just confirm that, because April was very clear to me. Me too soft with children. Annie was strict, but had okay. But I don't necessarily feel overall she was like that at all. Okay, give me something. Bring something else in. Okay, Elizabeth, do you understand where the I don't tend to get how people passed or what diseases they passed with, right? That's not just not how spirit work with me. But I heard it a second ago, and she's bringing it back in again. I don't know if this is Nanny here who had this, or whether this is something else she's mentioning. But she keeps saying the word cancer to me, and she's not making me feel like she had it. Whether she did or not is another story. But she's not making me feel ill. It's just she just keeps giving me the word cancer. So I don't know if that is her or if there's someone else connected who did have the cancer, but she just keeps saying it to me, so I've got to say it as well, just to get it out, because she does keep bringing that forward. Okay, Nanny, anything else that you want to give? I don't feel this is going to be a long message, Elizabeth. Okay, does she? All right. And I'm saying it because she's trying to give you the message. I'm not going to give yeah, I didn't think it was her, but there is a cancer linked summer, because she keeps saying it, and I'm not changing that because she does keep giving that to me. So if it's not her, there's someone connected. Don't know if this is an aunt or a sister to this lady where the cancer link is, because I feel like I've got to bring another lady into. Oh, thank you. My 2 aunt is past the cancer, right? And I said that before that comment came up, so that's where she's linking it to. So I feel like I need to say that she's trying to bring those ladies into the conversation then, because she wants to talk about the people that had the cancer. All right. So just a little bit she brought in. What he's saying, okay, I'm going to just give you the message here, Elizabeth, because she's not giving me too much else. I feel like she's trying to say that you need to stand up for yourself. To whoever that is, I don't know. In what situation that is, I don't know. Whether it's at work or whether it's with people, family, or whatever. But she's saying you need to stand up for yourself. She knows that you're not confrontational. She knows that you're not an argumentative person, I feel. But she's saying there are times when you need to stand up for yourself and find your voice, right? She's not going into context around it, because hopefully you will understand what that is. But that's just what her little message is. Not so long ago. Okay. And I also think it's just her way of acknowledging or letting you know that, because I feel there's a sense of solitude around you as well, whether you feel it or not. There's a sense of, well, I'm assuming you do, because that's why she's saying it, that although you might have a lot of friends and family around you, there are still times where you might feel a bit isolated, or a bit that you're dealing with things yourself, that you're in your head quite a lot. And I don't know if what she's basically saying is that you don't ask for help either. You tend to just process things in your way and try and deal with things in your way without reaching out for help for it, if that makes sense. And I feel that's what she's trying to give here as well, because I feel like Nanny here, as protective as she was in life, she's the same in death, right? So she wants you to feel empowered to stand up for yourself, but also to know that you're not alone. And she's trying to say that you're not by stepping forward to say, Nanny's here, trying to still feed you those chocolate chip cookies. So just understand that and take that from her as well. That is all I feel that she's got to give this evening. All right. I'm not going to pull stuff out of her that she's not giving. So I'm going to wrap it up there, Elizabeth. Right. Know that Nanny is there, and there are other people there as well. But she's just stepping forward to say, I'm here, and just take the message from her as well. All right. So Elizabeth Jones, thank you very much for taking that information, and I'll leave her love with you. Thank you very much. Right. Hello to everyone else that's just come on whilst I've been connecting there. Hello to you, Paul. Hope you're well. Do keep your comments coming in. Everybody keep saying hello. Lisa, hello, Lisa. Hope you're well, my love. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Thank you. Right, yeah, she's just stepping back to make sure she stepped back so I can move on to the next one. Fiona, hello, Fiona. Hope you're well. Right, okay. Right, let's get on the next one. Nolene, hello, Nolene. Thank you very much. Right, this next one, I've got a bit of a joker here. Again, I don't know I'm going to, but so listen up, everybody. I'll try and get as much information as I can, so I'm going directly, try and go as quickly as direct to a person as I can. Okay, so I've got a gentleman coming in who is of an older generation. All right, so I'm going to put him on a dad or a granddad kind of level. There is my feeling. Now, this man was a joker. He liked to laugh, very happy, very positive. I feel quite a solidly built man is my feeling. I don't feel too skinny with him. I do feel he's got quite a broad chest and quite broad shoulders. But just an average sized man, but I feel quite well strongly built with him. And the reason I feel is a joker is because he's singing he's singing he's singing to me, and he's singing, "I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts." So I know, and he's having a laugh with it. So you would have a memory of this man, who I feel again is dad or grandfather, who would have sung, "I have a lovely bunch of coconuts," right? But I just feel that that's just part of his personality, that he liked to make people laugh. He was just fun, a good energy to be around. I don't feel he complained. I just feel he just enjoyed life, for as much as he could, for as long as he could. I also do feel that there is the name of Terry connected to him as well. And I don't know if that's male or female, whether Terry is short for Terence, which it usually is, but that name does pop in. I don't necessarily want to connect it to him direct as his name, but it's just that name seems to be does seem to be important. Now I'm trying to, again, as I said before, I don't tend to get how people pass. I don't tend to get their diseases given to me, but he is mentioned in the doctors. But my feeling is that he wasn't someone who liked to go to the doctors. There seems to be the attitude of, well, I don't really want to waste their time, if that makes sense. Even if he felt a little bit odd, I don't know if he would have put it down to actually being ill, because in his mind, he was quite, I don't know, I feel generally quite a fit and healthy man, really. So if he did get a pain somewhere or something, he would go, oh, it's just a bit of a niggle, and wouldn't bother going to the doctors, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it was a lack of liking the doctors, or just not wanting, or just feeling like it didn't want to waste anyone's time. But quite a happy man, I want to say. Um, See, Natalie Rogers can take Terry. It's my sister. Her name was Teresa. I called her Terry. Okay, let me see. Natalie, if I am with you, would you understand the description of this man? Because Terry's one thing. Do you know what? I knew that was the case for Terry Louise. Do you know, it's in my head when he came through earlier on. I thought Terry, and my mind went straight to Terry Louise, and I thought, I don't know if that was too obvious or not. Whether my mind pulled that in. Let me see. Okay, Terry Louise sounds like my dad. Okay, let me work. What you put me in a water slide for? Okay, I'll go with it. Right. Let's see. Terry Louise, I am going to work with you because I was pulled there earlier on, but I tried to push it away. So no, that might be too obvious. I don't know. Anyhow, let me see. So Terry Louise sounds like your dad. So yeah, very much Joker. He is just put me on a water slide. Now, what I mean by that is, I feel like I'm at I'll get out of it. Water slides of Cyprus last month. Okay. So I feel, Terry Louise, that's my validation there, that this is for you with these water slides. Okay. So Terry Louise, I'm gonna work. Okay, I'll say it in a minute. Hang on. So I'm gonna work with you, Terry Louise. All right. Thank you very much. Let me see what else he wants to give me. What are you doing to me? Okay. I do feel I've got to give the month of December, Terry. It's been important. Now, for me, it's not Christmas because that's too obvious. Now to get that a reference to Christmas in a different way. So this would be a birthday, passing, anniversary in the month of December. Something that's important in December, because he keeps shouting at me. So I said to him, "Hang on a minute, I'll give it in a second." So December is important. What is that? Is it okay? Oh, December's your birthday. No, that's right then. What else? I want to give you and Grandad also part. So December is significant. Okay. I also need to give you a cherry bake. Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, trying to get my words out. A cherry bakewell tart, Terry. I've got to give you that. It keeps showing that to me. So I've got to give one of them as well. I don't know if that's because you like them or whether that was something particular that your dad liked, but I've got to give you that as well. And the random things you show me, okay, and a bowl of peanuts, but that's your dad's. Cherry Bakewell, you love them, right? Well, take one from your dad because he wants to give you one. And it's one of those little ones that you're getting, like, just like the individual one. You're getting like the foil case. It's just the one, not the packet. Just like the Kipling one. Yeah, just a little cake. Just one of them. But it's also showing me a bowl of peanuts. But I feel that's more linked to your dad. So whether you sat there with a bowl of peanuts or whatever on an evening, but peanuts got to give you as well. You understand the peanuts, like fabulous. But your dad, I've got to say, Terry, he feels because. It feels quite laid back to me because what it's showing me now is I'm in an armchair. I'm leaning right back, and I've got my legs extended, and my feet on like a stool or a buffet or something, and I'm right chilled out. I am. I feel quite laid back. I don't feel, to be honest, that your dad took many things too serious. It doesn't give me that impression, to be honest. I had a recliner armchair. That'd be why then. I know I've got my legs up, I've got my feet on something. Okay, that's fine. Well, that seems to be his permanent position in the spirit world because he changed it from singing that song to me to now I'm just laid back in this chair, with my feet up, having a lovely time. And I don't get any aggro with him or anything. It just seems quite a chilled, laid back kind of man, but funny. And I feel that's the thing he wants to get through is the humor and the funniness of him. And it almost seems to come accidentally because I don't feel that he was purposefully trying to be funny. I just think it's just part of his personality and his character that it just was. Whether it's something he said, the way he said it, that it just seems to be more natural. It's not like a forced thing, if that makes sense. What else is showing me? Okay. Oh, there? Right. I don't know if this is him is talking about or this is a family thing, Terry, but I say it to me again. There are heart issues or conditions I need to talk about. This is not health warnings, by the way, right? I don't do any of that, but it's more his linking to that. I don't know whether he had a heart issue or whether, like in my family, heart issues run in my family. Cancer doesn't, but heart issues do. So that it feels more that to me, to be honest, but it just keeps mentioning the issue with the heart. It's not making me feel like it's a heart attack, I've got to say. I would feel that in my chest normally if that was the case. But it just I'll get out of it. You've been seeing a cardiologist. Okay. Thank you. So that's the validation there that that's true and dad knows, right? Thank heart issues do run in the family also. Fabulous. I know I'm not going completely mad then. Okay. Right, and it's talk it's mentioning, okay, I don't think he's making fun of me here, actually, or whether he's making fun of anyone that's watching, because he's talking about, oh, those ghost stories. So I don't know if but he's saying it in like a tongue-in-cheek kind of way, kind of way. I'm not getting the impression that he told you ghost stories. It seems more kind of making fun of us for kind of connecting to, in his words, into ghosts. It's that kind of thing. It's not being horrible about it. It's just having a laugh with us, like, oh, you lot and your ghosties or your spooky stuff that's going on, and it seems to be more humorous about it. Yeah, I don't get the impression there were ghost stories. That's just my feeling. It's more, oh, look at what you're doing, kind of thing, in a tongue-in-cheek kind of way, as I say. He didn't believe and said when he's over there, if if I'm right, he'll come back as a go. Oh, I see. Okay, that's what it is. That felt what it was more to me. Well, he's here telling you, right? So he's kind of disproved himself, I guess, as he's laying here on his recliner having a conversation with me. Do the what? Oh, it's just telling me to put the kettle on. So Terry put the kettle on because okay, he's shown me a cup of tea, but he was quite particular about how it was made or how long the tea bag was in there. Because which way around you saying that? Because I feel like I've got a cup of tea, and he's taken the tea bag out and he's squeezed it. It's really funny. He's squeezed it with his fingers. He ain't got a spoon. It's like he's taken it out and he's squeezed it with his finger. So I don't know. Oh, he also asked me to put the kettle on and make us both a cup of tea. Okay. But it must have like my okay, I might misinterpret this. I'm just gonna go with what I feel is that he must have liked his tea strong because I'm squeezing the tea bag. Like I'm squeezing the life out of it, right? So that's my interpretation of that he liked his tea strong because I've got to squeeze the life and the juice out of this bleeding tea bag. Oh, he would do that with a tea bag. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's not why I'm surprised, but there you go. Gets his validation that your dad's shown me this. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Lovely man. A builder's brew. Okay. I was right then. It was a strong. Okay. Fabulous. What did they have to do? Who, who did? Did I feel like it's showing me that, and he's laughing about this as well, is that someone had the pleasure, I feel like having to cut his toenails for him. Which is going in the back in the background. I know I do. I feel that's what he just said to me because finds it hilarious that actually other people would go at it, right? Um, but I do feel like I don't know whether he couldn't bend down to cut them. But I just feel like as he's here on his recliner with his feet up, that I feel like someone would have had to help him cut his toenails. Oh, it was your mum that did that. Okay, well, but he's laughing about it. He finds it hilarious that she had to be put through that ordeal. um, but I like him. It's making me laugh, it's making you laugh, and that's just his personality. And I want you to feel the personality of your loved ones coming through. This is exactly him. Right. What you got to say to me? What is the message here, my friend? Okay. She knows. I'm sure she knows. Um, no, look, I'll say to people that I'm not the kind of medium that's going to sit here and go, your spirit people love you, your dad loves you, your mum loves you, because we know that, right? Well, we should hopefully we all know that. Whether they said it in life or not is another thing, but we all know that we're loved, right? So I don't tend to go into that because it's a bit too love and light, isn't it? Um, well, for me anyway. But he is saying, she knows that already. He said, tell her I love her, but she already knows that. And it's not being, again, it's kind of not being, he means it, but it's not saying it in such a serious way, if that makes sense. He's still trying to bring his humor through. He said, tell her I love her, but she knows that already. She knows that already. What are you doing? Giving her encouragement. I don't know what for, but I'll give it anyway. Um, it's also Terry giving you encouragement, but it's not going into the context of what that encouragement is. But it's I feel it's giving encouragement in a way to push you forward with something. And I don't know what it is, and I actually don't need to know what it is, to be honest. It's not about no one else's business, but I don't know if it's a new project or a new work thing. It feels more like that's those side of things to me, right? Rather than anything else. But it's just trying to give you encouragement and kind of saying you can do it and moving you into something new. It feels to me something new, whether it be a new project or a new job or something that you've gone for. I don't know, but the encouragement is definitely there. Okay, and it's okay. And the last thing I want to say to you is saying good luck. Don't know why, because what it's showing me is it's showing me a horseshoe. So symbolically to me, that would be good luck, right? A good luck horseshoe. And I feel that's what he's saying. So whatever the good luck is for, take it from your dad. Oh, okay. And he said, ultimately, the overarching message, along with the encouragement and the good luck, he said, ultimately, just be happy. Just be happy. Again, it might sound generic, but I feel it's something that you obviously need to hear because it's telling it to me. He said, just be happy. And I think that's based on how he lived his life, being the joker, being funny. Just be happy. Okay. Is that everything you've got to say to me? All right. Okay. So, Terry, I feel that's all he wants to say here for this particular moment in time. So I'm happy, Terry, to leave your dad's love with you. Thank you very much for taking that. Marvelous. Thank you. Thank you. Good. I'm glad it makes sense, Terry. Just reading your comment there. I'm glad it makes sense to you. Fab. Thank you. I know I should have gone with that straight away earlier when I heard the name Terry, but there you go. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The evidence is all there, isn't it? So marvelous. Thank you. So hello again to everyone that has just come on, that is watching. Please do me a favor and do like this. Do like this stream. Do share it. Do share the stream out as well. That would be fabulous. Get all the shares out there. Get your comments in. Share SPTV out as well. And if you have done that already, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Right. Oh God! Right, we've got talking to me now. There's a what? I'll just make sure this is still not Terry's dad hanging around. Let's see if there's. Okay. Is there? Right, this is someone else coming in. Okay, I think. All right. Thank you for sharing. I just saw a comment there that you've shared. Thank you very much. Hello, Catherine. Hello to you, Peggy. Hello to you as well. I can see you there. And I don't get to see all the comments, guys, so don't take it personally if I haven't said hello to you. I don't see all your comments. It's not like it's a Facebook Live where I can see a stream of them. So yeah, don't take it personally if I haven't said hello to you. Caroline, thank you very much for sharing, my darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What does that mean? Stacey Thomas, hello to you as well. Right, you're gonna have to give me more than that. Right, I've got someone stepping in, but I don't know. Give me more, give me more. What is this? Okay. Janine Jones, hello to you as well. You said give me more than that. I don't. Okay. Right. This one's not going to be as clear cut as I like. So let's bear with me, people, while I'm going to try and bring this through. Now, it feels to me like it's a male spirit person wanting to connect. But the thing is, they're not showing me themselves, and the way they've placed themselves within my mind, that it may be a child that I've got coming through. Now, what I keep hearing is in my head, there is a rumble in the jungle. Whatever that means, there's a rumble in the jungle. But my feeling is that is connected to wrestling. Because I'm sure it's taken my mind back to when I was a kid, quite a few years ago now, when wrestling was very popular. So the WWF wrestling and WWE, I think it was as well. So it's taken my mind right back to those times. And I've just got this voice in the back of my head just shouting at me, there's a rumble in the jungle. So my feeling is that whoever I'm coming to, who I feel is male, I've got to say, that is a fan of wrestling, was a fan of wrestling. Village of the Cheeky Rascal. I don't know what that is, but thank you for mentioning that, Chris. I've not got a clue. But thank you for the comment. But the thing, this spirit person in my head, they are not. When I've seen this before, it's usually been a child that, or a baby that didn't quite make it because the energy of this spirit person is not stepping to either side of my brain. So just like to understand how I work, when a female connects to me, I can very clearly see them and feel them on the right side of my brain. And when it's a male, I very clearly hear them and see them on the left side of my brain. This one, I need said little one. So this is a child I've got coming in, is kind of in the center of my head, at the back of my head. Okay, how am I going to work with this? Bleeding out. Right, you need to give me more. Because the thing is, with babies or very small children, they haven't lived a long life. They haven't lived long enough to give me a load of evidence to give over and talk about it, right? If that makes sense. So I'm going to have to go with what my feeling is at this point because I'm not seeing them clearly enough. I feel that it's a little boy that's trying to connect with me who sadly passed the spirits. Now, I keep getting number 2, and I don't know whether they were 2 years of age when they passed or whether this is the second of a month that they passed. They were 2 months old when they passed, but 2 is important. Now my brain is interpreting a rumble in the jungle with wrestling, right? That's just how my brain has interpreted it because I don't know what other meaning that could have to me, and spirit always going to give me things in my frame of reference. So I feel my feeling is this is a link to wrestling, and I don't feel that because of the age of this boy past, it's not going to be connected to him because he'd obviously be too young to do any wrestling, right? So I feel it's to do with someone that's living that was interested in the wrestling. That's my interpretation of it. I've just had August shouted at me as well, so I've got August given to me. Claire Pound, he was 2 months old. Okay, Claire Pound, if I'm with you, this rumble in the jungle is significant. So some rumble in the jungle was boxing. But it's just how my mind's interpreted it, so I can't. Oh, is it Muhammad Ali? Oh, so I know who that is perfectly well, but my mind just didn't associate it with that. So if it's wrestling or boxing, then it's either those two. It's just that as significant. Yeah, Arlene, it's not going to be February, and the reason I say that is because I get the months very clearly. If it was February, I'd get February rather than the 2. So 2 to me has another meaning. So it's 2 months old, 2 years old, second of a month. It will not be. Oh, where am I going? I'm Paul. Claire Pound, let me work with you, my darling. I feel like I need to go there. So, Richard, can you remind me what the connection is to Claire with this little one? Thank you. I just want to be clear because it's quite a sensitive one. I want to make sure I've got the right link coming in here. Lost your grandson 5 years ago. I think is your grandson. He was 2 months old. Okay. And your son loved boxing as well. Okay, let me see. All right. Right, Claire, hang on in there. Let me see what else I can get coming in. So again, being 2 months old, they've not got so much evidence to give, right? So I'm trying to see what I can establish in my mind. Now, Claire, what I will it's your it's your son's baby. Okay, right. Okay, let me see. So I do need to give August again as important because I keep hearing August, Claire, right? So August will be birthday, passing, anniversary, either related to the little baby or to your son or to yourself. But August will have some significance because that is coming in very, very strong, I've got to say. Okay. Okay. Claire, I don't know if you would understand the reference to a diamond, because I'm just hearing diamonds. Now, I don't necessarily think that's a name. It could be a term of endearment that was given to the baby. But I just keep hearing diamond, unless it's a diamond object, which is important. But I don't want to misinterpret it, so I just need to give you the diamond and how you would understand that. But it just keeps saying that to me. Diamond. Okay, all right. Okay. The cot. The cot. Now, I know it was a baby, obviously 2 months old, but there seems to be a significance of a cot. So, like in the States, you would call a cot like an extra bed in a hotel room, right? But in the UK, obviously, I'm not trying to patronize people here, but just get terminologies right, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a baby cot, and the significance of a special. I want to call it a special baby cot. So I don't know if it was specially built by the dad or it was bought especially, but I've got to mention the importance of this special cot that is connected here, as well. I've got to something was. This may be a bedroom or a nursery, Claire, that was painted. I feel like there's something that was painted or decorated in lemon. Now I know, look, again, when babies are born, if you're not sure, that I don't know if you knew what the sex was before the baby was born. I've got no idea. But I've just seen something being painted in lemon, yeah, lemon yellow. I don't know if that's to do with the cot or whether that's to do with the wall in a room or something. But I've just got this yellow. No, I've got to say lemon, not yellow. I've got to say lemon. That's just my feeling here. I'm just trying to get more, but again, because the baby, Nicola, hang on in there, because they're only 2 months old. Again, there's no life experience to pull on. Yes. Oh, it's the room. Okay. So Claire, I definitely feel this is your grandson. Bless you. That is just trying to make the connection, so you know that he is in the world of spirit. He went straight back to the world of spirit. I'm not sure if your son believes in this or not, but to understand, well, don't whether he's going to take this message to know this son's all right or whatever. But it's a message for all of you in the family to know that he is I got to use the word safe. I don't know what that is. If there's a J name I've got to give as well, Claire. I don't think if I'm picking up Jack or Jake. It's that kind of name that I need to bring through as well. I don't know who that is, where this is the name for the baby or whether it's someone else, but it's that J name that I've got to give as well, and my mind is pulling it in as something like Jack or Jake. So I just need to get that out as well. September. Okay, I need to get the month of September as well, Claire. Just placed that in my head, September as well. Okay. Okay, bless you. I don't tend to go into angels and things like that, but I have to say what I'm hearing from spirit, and I've just heard in my head, I'm safe with the angels, so I've got to give you that as well. So maybe that's because you believe in angels, right? So that's why he's put it in those terms, that is safe with the angels. He knows he'll never be forgotten. I've got to say that as well. And of course, that might sound obvious to you, never going to forget, but his knows never going to be forgotten. Is there anything else? Yeah, there's not much else coming in. Oops, not my microphone. There's not much else coming in. I've got to say, it's just making that initial. You just want to make that connection so you understand. It might have come through before. I don't know, because you said it's been 5 years ago, but just wanted to make that connection so you know that he is safe. I feel like he's with an older man. I've got to say that as well. I don't know. To him, it's probably going to be a great granddad. That's just my feeling. But I know he's with an older man in spirits, and this man would have been quite a slim man. I feel a bit taller than me. I'm 5'8", and I see this man as being a bit taller than me, and I feel that that man with that description, who I feel is more great granddad, is my feeling, is there with him as well. I don't. Is that your dad, Claire? Okay, that's fine. It's just but the awareness of that man being with him. There's a connection to football as well. I don't know if this is your son, who's the football player or supporter, but I've got referenced the link to the person like in the football that's here, that's living. Okay. There's like okay. There's lot. Okay. I've got to say as well, Claire, just as I think this is the message. Okay, it's a little message, right? It's not a life-changing message. It's a little message. Well, you might take it as life-changing. I don't know, but there's lots of blue around him right now. If I link blue to the colors and how I work with them, there's a lot of calm and peace around him, right? So it's always going to be tragic when we lose a child, right? A baby, but he wants to take the tragedy away and change the energy from tragedy to peace where he is, right? With the color blue that's coming in. I've just seen a dove as well. So doves to me are symbolic of peace. Your son plays football. Thank you. So that's your grandson's way of connecting himself to his dad, your son, with that football link, because that was very clear. Can I mention the person that plays the football? So he knows when he passes 2 months old or 20 years old, he's very much aware of his dad, right? He'll be aware of other people as well, but he's wanted to link himself, his energy to his dad, to let his dad know that his boy is in spirit. His spirit is alive in the spirit world, watching his dad play football, right? So just know, Claire, that this little one here, he is at peace. He's being well looked after, and he just wants that for this. He wants the same thing for the people here living. He wants you all to also live in peace, knowing that he is up there being looked after and is fine. And I feel that I've said all I need to say with that link, Claire. So thank you very much for taking that. And I'll leave your grandson's love with you and the family. So thank you very much. Okay, got there in the end. Okay. So Nicola, my nephew passed at 10 weeks. He was born in August of cot death. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I can take baby boy in spirit. He did not make earth plane. His dad did boxing in August. I can take a special cot. It's hard to take. Okay, so he could have had. I definitely felt that baby was here, did make it. So I know that link was definitely for the previous lady. Let me see. It could be a double, triple link. Let me see if I can separate it in my head and see if I can get anything new. Nicole, hope you're still watching. I'm not going to repeat what I just said, right? Because if you can take it, you can take it. Oh, sorry, Nicole Cummings. Sorry, Nicole. Oh, we've got two Nicoles, haven't we? Sorry, Nicole Cummings. I'll see if I can get something else just to separate it, to get something brand new for you. This might be your eldest boy that I've got to mention. It just showed up in my head. Nicole Cummings, who's the one with all the computer games? Now, I know many young people do, but it's flashed up in my mind. If I'm separating the links out so they are for separate people, I always ask Spirit, don't just repeat what we've just said. Give me something else so we know it's for a new person. And I've asked for it, and I've just been shown a load of computer games. Whether I don't know if it's PlayStation or I don't know what it is, but it's your middle son, okay? Because I've got low, but this is. I definitely use the term gamer, because this is not just playing the computer game once a week. This is I feel I'm on it quite often. So that's why I want to use the word gamer there as well, Nicole. Oh, you struggle to get them away from the PlayStation. Okay. So I'm separating out the link so that all right. I don't know who the baby is to you, Nicole, but doesn't really matter because I'm trying. It's the link is here. Nicole, I feel that there's been a problem in your house with a window. I don't know whether the window's cracked or whether I don't know, the handle on it's a bit dodgy or something. Yes, the game was spot on. Okay, fab. Because I feel like I'm at a window and there's something wrong with it, but I don't know what's wrong with it. Whether it's just what I've asked Spirit in my mind to give me something else so I know that this is a new link for you. Yeah, so if it's a crack in the window, whether it's the handle's a bit dodgy, or if you've got a lock on it, or the lock's a bit dodgy, or it's not opening or something. But I don't get anything else around that, but it's something to do with a window. Okay. Is there anything? Say that again. It'll be all right. Okay. So, Nicola, unless this is very quick, because you've already taken all the other stuff that I said in the previous reading as well. I've got to use the term, Nicole, it'll be all right on the night. It'll be all right on the night. So that will be a phrase or a term that is used by yourself or someone else in the family. But I feel it's not just that. You windows are okay. Okay, unless it's for the other Nicole, but there's definitely a window link because I was taken to a window. It wasn't a door; it was a window. But anyhow, so Nicole Cummings, it'll be all right on the night. So I feel there's a message within that it's almost like we can get ourselves wound up about things like in advance. Like if I do a platform demonstration, like a week before that, I'm already a bit tense. a bit nervous. And you wind yourself up about things sometimes. You worry about things until they happen. And I've learnt, I guess, through the message that this baby's given me, is you can't worry about it. Just don't wind yourself up for weeks or for days on the run up to something. Just deal with it at that moment and think, okay, look, I'm just going to go on with it. Just do it, and it'll be right on the night. It'll be fine. I think. So I know she's trying to set. I'm saying she. I don't know why I'm saying she. So I don't know if you are a worrier or you do get anxious about things and you do worry about things a bit too much, or whether you've got something coming up that's like an event or something, you've already winded yourself up about it, thinking, can I do it? Is it going to work out fine? It's like, it'll be all right on the night. Don't worry about it. So I feel like the message to you, Nicole, is don't stress out so much. Don't worry so much. Just let it flow, all right? And then deal with it at that moment rather than all the stress and tension beforehand. I feel that's what the message is, Nicole. So, Nicole Cummings, thank you very much for also speaking up there. So that's your little part of that message as well. So I'm going to finish that there. Thank you. So come back to Nicola, who's watching on YouTube. Nicola, would you understand? This is Nicola watching on YouTube with your nephew there. Would you understand the issue with the window? Because that was very obvious in my mind what I was being shown. There's an issue with the window. So hopefully you're still watching. Okay, okay. So Nicole Cummins, I can understand the saying, I've been learning to live every day as it is and not overthink and worry too much. Thank you very much. That's validation for me then that was correct. So thank you, Nicole Cummings, for mentioning that. Thank you. Nicola, non-issue with ours, but we're talking about a broken. Thank you. I knew it was something to do with the window, not a door. So Nicola, that was, again, they're trying to separate the energies out. So I come to 3 people individually. Okay, Nicola, thank you. That's the validation that I needed there then about the window. I knew I wasn't going mad. Now, Nicola, I need to get, it sounds like they give me a name like Roy or Ray. It's that kind of name that I need to give you as well. Because that's just it's quite faint how I'm hearing it, but it feels like Roy or Ray, that kind of name I need to place around you as well. Also, Nicola, got to mention something about the kidneys. I don't know if this is to do with your nephew, and whether it was to do with organs not developing properly or something. Because I feel like I was told about the kidneys, then I was told about a liver, and yes, you can take Roy. Thank you. Don't know who Roy is, but I just need to mention it. But yeah, I feel like I've got issues internally, and it feels like it is organs. Like, yeah, it's going to know if they failed or whether they didn't develop properly. But that's why I feel like I'm being, because now I've got pain in my back where the kidneys would be. So I know that's correct. So there are issues there as well. Again, I don't know if I need to link it to the baby or whether this is kidney issues for someone else, but it feels I'm pulled that way. Okay. Oh, Nicole has horseshoe kidney, meaning his kidneys are stuck together. Oh, okay. This is fun in my head. I'm trying to separate it all up. Okay. So I have the remnants hanging on with someone else. Yeah, okay. So Nicola's got kidney issues with someone else. So I've definitely got a double link going on here because I've got the remnants of the energies kind of sticking together. I'm trying to separate them. Right, I've got to mention the yogurt. I know it's very random, but I've just heard in my head mention the yogurt, and I don't know why I'm mentioning yogurt. Whether it's not going to be linked to these babies. This is to do with people living with the yogurts. whether they eat a lot of yogurt, that's the only thing that they like to eat. I don't know, but it's yogurt I've got to mention as well. Um, 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 okay, that's who has? Okay, and there is someone living having. Oh, your kids. I think that's what it is. It's a silly little thing, Nicola, but it's just this yogurt. It just seems to be really important. So again, it's just spirit linking me to you as well as linking to the others. And Nicola, I don't know if this is you or Nicole. So Nicole, still the. Is there someone living that has Asperger's? Now, I don't think I've ever had received that information before, but I just heard Asperger's in my head. But I feel like someone living, it feels more male to me, I've got to say, who has Asperger's syndrome. That's just what's been put in my mind. You feel like you're always buying them. Okay, so that's definitely for you, Nicola, the link to the yogurt. Simon, that was very clear. Thank you, whoever said that. There's a Simon that's connected here as well. That name, and it's a place there. There's a Simon, and oh, it's a male. That okay, all right. Who has the Asperger's? Am I correct there, Nicola? That you do know of a male that has Asperger's in your family? So I've never had that before. So if that was correct, then that's good. Okay, last thing, bit of evidence. There's a little, is there? Little, okay. Right, a couple of things before I go, Nicola. This is going to sound a bit mad, but I've just heard in my head, yes, Asperger's. Well, I must be psychic. There, I've just heard in my head, I will grow up to be a big, strong boy. Now, I can't prove that, right? So some people, it's not going to be evidential at all. But I've heard it in my head, and I've not said that to anyone else, I don't think. I've just heard I will grow up to be a big, strong boy. So I feel one of the reasons he would say that to me is because towards the end of his life, there was obviously parts of his body were weak, that he couldn't fight certain things, and maybe someone in the family had mentioned, "Come on, you're a big strong boy." Although it's a 10-week-old baby, right? You've got the parents that are like, "Come on, you're a big strong boy," and maybe that's his way of validating. He heard exactly what his parents said to him. That yes, he will grow up to be a big strong boy. So maybe that's where he's going with that. And he will, because spirit can grow. Babies can grow up in the spirit world. Anyhow, the last thing I want to say, Nicola, I feel like there's a little fluffy dog in spirit with this baby. Now, I don't get breeds given to me, right? I just get if it's a dog, it's a dog. I might get the size of it or how long or short the fur is, but I feel that there is a little fluffy dog in spirit up there for you, Nicola. Don't know if this is your dog or family dog, but I've got a little dog here. Oh, it's something I used to say from when he was born. Fab. Well, then that's just your validation that he's heard his auntie, and he will. Okay. So yes, I can take a small fluffy dog. Fab. And I don't know if you used to sing to him, Nicola, or something, because he's talking about. I've just heard in my head singing the songs. Oh, your nan's dog. All right. Well, your nan's dog is there. This fluffy thing I've got. Singing the songs. So someone must have sung to him because he's talking about singing the songs. But Nicola, like I've said with the others, when they're babies, but they didn't quite make it here, or whether they're very, very young when they passed, obviously they don't necessarily have, in my experience, have a lot to say because they haven't lived a life to to talk about, right? Physically, a physical life. So all I feel I need to say is that for all three of you this evening that have taken the link to the baby, is letting you know, and anyone else that's watching that has ever lost, sadly lost a child, or knows of someone who has lost a child, especially it's someone that small, is that babies do go back to spirits, whether they passed a week old, 2 weeks old, whether they passed through, through whatever means, miscarriage or whatever, they they're still your child. They still have a soul and a spirit that that's been attached to, like all of us here. We've all got our own soul, we've got our own spirit. They still have their own souls, their own little souls, their own personalities. My voice is going now, it's time to go. That they are still they're still your little babies, and they do go back to spirit. They are looked after by those in spirit that went before them, and that they are okay. They're at peace, and they can grow big and strong, like Nicola's nephew there in the spirit world. So everyone do take peace, and that they do get looked after in the spirit world. But as you can hear, ladies and gentlemen, my voice is going with this cold that I've got. So I feel it's time to wrap my little show up for this evening. Don't forget, at 8 p.m. this evening, we have Stace. Sure, she will be on SPTV, so do stick around for that as well. As always, I appreciate your likes, your comments, and your interaction here on my little show. And I'll be back in 2 weeks' time at the same time of 6 p.m. So hopefully I'll see you all then. Look after yourselves, take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you all very soon. See you later.